Hello everyone, we're back with RWBY Arrowfell. It's been about 4 months, give or take. And I'm back with Brielle. Say hi.
Hi.
Did you just wake up?
No.
No? Okay. Well, given that you weren't here for the completion of this game, I might as well ask you some questions. Why don't you give the audience your thoughts on the Justice League X RWBY movie?
It was bad and it gives me a headache for some reason.
Yeah. Very well then. What are your thoughts on Volume 7?
7?
Yes. Which is when this game takes place.
It was better than the other ones, I guess.
Yeah, better than 4 and 5. Easily. Yeah. So then, you've seen me play this game a little bit, so what do you think of it so far?
Of course.
It's kind of
course.
cool. Yes.
Are you baked?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, she's high. No wonder she sounds like that. Yeah, so for this game, I pretty much decided to go in on the post-commentary route simply because there's a lot of backtracking, and commentating over backtracking is not as fun as commentating over an already completed game. In other words, you will see the topography be messed with on a level that is very difficult to pull off in real-time commentary. But it saves everyone time, because otherwise we would have an extra hour of footage to watch, but it would be boring because that extra hour would just be me going back and forth. Cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the context of the YouTube channel, it's been about 3 months since you've last shown up, so would you like to explain everyone why you quit Yu-Gi-Oh?
Because I lost my account.
She lost her account. Really? Is that it?
I want to open all the cards again. It hurts my hand.
I see. That makes sense. Huh. It's actually much easier now, because you can just press them in one go, because they updated the site. Also what?
I just don't want David to flay me.
To flame you?
Flay.
Fillet. Oh, okay. I heard flame you. I said, well, how would David flame you? Yeah, okay.
Scares me.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think that this is towards the beginning of when I was actually still willing to fight enemies, because towards the end of this series, I just skip everything. And it will be quite noticeable, because I'm more willing to let RWBY get hit over and over again than fight things. I also want to say that for this game's balance, they made RWBY way too strong. There is no reason to play as anyone other than RWBY, and don't get me wrong, this game is about Ruby Rose, so I want to play as RWBY, but if you're gonna give me 4 characters, at least make them cool. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I never got my confirmation. Are you still going back to school, or did you completely drop out again?
I'm just not in school right now, because
Okay.
I'm switching.
I see. Okay. That's fair.
It's like my 5th school I've ever gone to.
You know, interestingly enough, I went to a lot of schools too.
Is she floating?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This game's combat makes no sense. Also, I actually need to question my own decision making here, because there will be moments where I fight the enemies in a way that reaches professional gameplay level, and then sometimes I just play like an absolute idiot. Also, you see this screen, this ambush screen? Get used to it. In the final level, I think there's 4 of them back to back. And I actually looked into some other people playing this game for this series, and a lot of them said this game was hard. I honestly don't think so. I think this game is so easy. But that might just be more to the fact that I just play a lot of old school games as opposed to modern games. But truthfully, I don't understand how people can, complain that this game is hard. I genuinely find it easy. Also, serious missed opportunity for Volume 7. Why didn't they have all these Grimm show up in the show? It would have been excellent marketing. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the damage animation? The one where the screen goes all black and the character is screaming like that.
Kinda looks like me when girls don't let me have their panties.
God. Fair enough. Also, I don't do it this early on, but eventually I just started using the Weiss glyphs, because it turns out they're OP unfair mechanics. The enemies have no way to counter it, and because of that, it's super easy to just stand in a corner and press Y with Weiss. So far, which enemy type of the Grimm is your favorite from this game?
Those things.
The flying ones? Fair enough. So I actually went and did some digging. Turns out there's actually a Japan-exclusive RWBY novel that's about them going to the beach, and Roman Torchwick is still alive in that novel for some reason.
Can I get it somehow?
You can get it, but you won't get it in English.
Can you read it for me?
It would take forever, but if I dedicated the time to it, sure.
I thought you knew Japanese.
I do know Japanese, but it's also an entire novel.
Oh.
Okay, it's not a one-shot manga. I won't lie to you. I'm not fluent, but I can read it, which is why it'll take forever. And even then, I would have to read it, say it out loud, then translate it. That's why I'm saying it would take literally forever to do it. What the hell am I doing in this point? Okay, I can't be the only one who thinks RWBY's running animation looks absolutely goofy. What do you think?
Yeah, kinda.
And throughout the course of this, I pretty much make it so RWBY is unbeatable. I know I am at 2 hearts, but truthfully, I am not scared in the slightest for most of this story, given that I go the entire game without a game over. Albeit, the game did come close. I did get really close to losing, but it was mostly because I was playing like an idiot, rather than the game being difficult. Damn, this cave is fucking boring. Why am I in this cave for so long? Also, there's all this dust everywhere. Don't you think it would cause a huge reaction with all the characters fighting here? Given that in Volume 1, when RWBY sneezed, Weiss's dust exploded?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think RWBY and Weiss strip should be called Schneeze.
Sneeze? So that means that RWBY would take Weiss's last name. Got it. Which is so sad, because that means that another person married into the name for the family and nothing else.
You do get it though.
Yeah, Sneeze. Sneeze. I get it. Holy crap, how baked are you?
Whose last name do you think they'd take? Oh, probably.
They would take Weiss's last name because of the social benefits. You know, I don't think anyone is clamoring for the name Rose.
But then Weiss Rose would be White Rose.
Yeah, but at the same time... Actually, never mind. I think RWBY would be the dominant in the relationship.
I feel like RWBY would be a sub for, like, men.
No.
And a dom for girls.
Think about it, okay? Ruby was out here, literally taking matters into her own hands, even when she was told not to. She used the locker room to fly up to a ship, which is risk-taking behavior, and willingly fought two people that she knew she was weaker than, and somehow managed to escape alive, and one of them died. The only moment of weakness that Ruby had was when she killed herself. But if you think about it, that's more dominant because men are more successful at killing themselves than women. So yes, I think Ruby would be the dominant in this relationship.
Well, that's probably also because Weiss could probably never be a dom.
That's true, she was too spoiled growing up. Okay, so it turns out that we're gonna have some acute audio errors for the first, give or take, 11 minutes of the video, but it will be fixed. And right here, we have all the enemies pretty much attacking Ruby from all angles. Do you think this is fair design?
Yeah.
Yeah? Interesting. I remember that I think it was Adele Aka who was reviewing this game, and he said that his most hated moments were these ambushes because he would get through a section of the level, make some good progress, and then just get, I guess, snuffed here. Which makes sense, but I think that has more to do with the fact that he wasn't upgrading Ruby as much as he should have. Because I noticed that a lot of people who play this game pretty much try to balance out the upgrades, when I think that is incorrect. Ruby is the best character in this game. In reality, it's not the story of Team Ruby fixing the issues of Arrowfell. This is the story of Team Ruby and her 3 HM slaves fixing the issues of Arrowfell. I just realized, do you even know what an HM is?
No.
Okay. So, an HM is a term from Pokemon.
Pocket monsters.
Yeah, Pocket Monsters. There we go. Pokemon. Anyways, it's a term from Pokemon where you would give certain moves to a Pokemon, and that Pokemon could use those moves on the map. What this would do is enable your Bulbasaur, for example, to cut down a tree, albeit it would only be a small tree and the big trees would be uncuttable. I guess for story progression reasons. Well, here, every character has a special move, but the only one that's worth using is Ruby's. Everyone else's special move is good for something in the environment. I eventually discover how unfair Weiss is, but I also realized that Weiss's special move is also boring beyond hell, so I attempted to minimize my usage of it towards the end. At the halfway point of this recording session, I pretty much just abused the Weiss move, and I'm not gonna lie, it completely eliminates the tension from any combat scenario. I do think that this game, though, is really fun mechanically. I just wish there was more to it. Okay. I also discovered near the end of the game that you can actually clip through the enemies by dashing into them. I don't know why that's a thing, but I assume it's their attempt to replicate Ruby splitting her own cells to becoming that rose thing. Okay, on the concept of that, what do you think of the semblance mechanic of RWBY?
That's cool.
What makes it cool?
I know, it just is cool. I don't know.
Ah, I see. Cool off red. Interesting. Yeah. I also would like to say that I actually attempted to get my mom to join the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but she said that it's impossible to follow because the game is too complicated.
How does your mom know that?
Because I attempted to teach her the game a few days ago. And let's just say that it did not go over well.
She get mad at you?
No, she didn't get mad at me. She just said that this game is impossible.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. Don't get me wrong, I love the game to death, but I do think that learning the game is a problem. It took me 4 years to learn the rules. So, the way the map is structured, it's almost... I want to say it's like Castlevania, but simplified. And I'm assuming you never played Castlevania, is this correct?
No.
Okay, so Castlevania is a game about these guys called the Belmonts, and they want to defeat Dracula. That is a gross simplification, but that is the easiest simplification I could give you. Also, fuck this jump. This jump is so annoying. And throughout it, you go through different locations to try to defeat bosses, and then once you get to the end, you use your metal whip to defeat Dracula. It's actually a pretty cool game, although hard as hell. And it kind of feels like this game, except in this game, everyone controls like trash. No one here feels good to control, mechanically. It's good to get good at this game when you're actually capable of beating enemies at this game. It's fun. But when you first start this game, it just feels off. I can't really explain why. My theory is that it has to do with the fact that none of the characters have momentum. But then again, that might just be me being... how do I say it? A nerd rather than any basic issues with the game itself. Yeah. What you working on?
I'm just texting my mom.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's have a rather hot take discussion. What do you have against bipolar people?
Okay, first off, it's not bipolar people, it's borderline personality disorder.
Okay, my bad.
And second off, all they know how to fucking do is ruin everyone else's lives and their own. So if they just fucking died, literally, they would be doing everyone a favor.
Damn. That went dark. So that's it. Okay, you got nothing else.
Oh.
Okay.
Every single person that causes major problems for me, or like people that I care about, has fucking BPD. Chris has BPD.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. My brother's wife has BPD, I'm pretty fucking sure. And she has 2 kids with him, and they're not even fucking ready, and all she does is bitch and fucking cause problems. And then makes his bipolar fucking act up, so they're like terrible for each other.
Okay, I think I'm gonna drop the subject.
Okay.
Damn, that was more aggressive than I expected.
Oh, but if you go on Reddit, or like if you go on TikTok, you look at BPD, you'll see all these bitches with these ugly ass, like, I don't know, puppy eyebrows, or they just don't have eyebrows at all for some fucking reason. They're just like...
Hold on, enlighten me. What's a puppy eyebrow?
I don't know, they have those weird eyebrows, like they have like Rottweiler fucking eyebrows, I swear to god, they're so weird. They're all like fucking emo, but not like cool emo, they're like e-girl emo. They're ugly as fuck. They're fucking ugly.
They're e-girl emo.
They're like... They all have like... For some reason their bangs are blonde, but the rest of their hair is like some other color. I don't know.
Oh, it's that thing where they dye their hair different colors? Oh,
they have like piercings and shit. They're all like that. They all do their eyeliner the same fucking way. I don't know what it is with people with BPD, but I mean, men with BPD are just chicks. But anyway.
BPD are just chicks. Okay.
But like, so these girls will post whenever you manipulate somebody and you make them feel really bad, and then you cut them out of your life, and then you're begging them to come back to you 2 seconds later. Hashtag BPD, silly moments. You need therapy. Or assisted suicide, because you can actually get assisted suicide if you have BPD.
In Canada, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's somewhere. And if it's somewhere, that's
Pretty
saying
sure it's
something.
Canada. Yeah, it's Canada, I believe.
Like, what if we had assisted suicide for depressed people?
They do that in Canada. It's called MAID, Medical Assistance in Dying.
At least BPD is there, so.
BPD is there. That's friggin' tragic commentary this was. I thought this was gonna be a happy commentary.
It's pretty funny.
It is, but it's fucking tragic. Yeah, I guess. So I'm going to explain the bosses of this game in the most bare bones method when we get to them. But effectively, the way you defeat all the bosses is by putting them in a corner and then penetrating them with your scythe. That is every boss's death, without question. I don't think any enemy can get out of that. Which I think is bad design. I think you should have more capable bosses in your game. But what do I know? Alright, more ambushes. Because the enemies want to hit us. But why do they want to hit us? These are just regular goons. Although, interestingly enough, we find out in the train level that these guys all work for Atlas. They work for the Atlesian fleet. And I don't know why. That's never explained. Also, I love Adel Aka's his commentary on this game that using bullets is the worst thing you can be doing because it uses your aura to shoot. And
Yeah.
I actually didn't realize that it used your aura until I was fighting the boss that can take your emotions away. He's kind of like an apathy grim now that I think about it. And yes, the apathy grim are in this game. They don't have the apathy effects from the show though, which kind of sucks.
Apathy grims scare me because that's what depression feels like.
Admittedly, I will give credit to the apathy grim. If they hit you, they just take out your entire aura bar, which is quite nonsense in terms of difficulty design. But even then, they're easy to take down. You just need to hit them 10 times. Alright, so at this point we got the artifacts, and we're going to another section over here. Over on the right, yeah, the cross remains, which has the last artifact. Albeit, this artifact is so scummy that there's an entire Reddit post dedicated to how to make this one jump. I didn't have problems with it, but the fact that there is a Reddit post dedicated to that one jump that you just saw astounds me. And this should be the final section for this video. What have you thought of the adventure so far?
That was interesting.
Because we've just spent the entire time in caves and buildings. What are you doing?
Trying to get my vape.
My god. So that's 3 people that do drugs on my channel. What the fuck? Okay. I've said this before, and I've said this, and I will say it again. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs if you haven't started doing drugs.
I stuck my vape up my asshole and vaped it.
How the hell did you do that?
Well, it's one of those really long vapes.
Ah, I see.
And then I stuck the part you vape from like all at my butt. I took it out and it's warm, and then I just vape from it.
You're a weird person, I'm not gonna lie.
And it was my banana ice.
Banana ice.
Banana ice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just want you to do me a favor, and like, you can still curse if you want, but don't get angry, because then what happens is that the censor bots detect that you're angry and will age restrict the video, or in the case of Sonic, completely delete the video.
For anger?
Yeah.
Anger is appropriate.
I think anger is appropriate, but at the same time, YouTube does not, and they will delete the entire video. I just found that so funny. I said, "What? My Sonic video is deleted," and then I realized I watched it before it was deleted, and I saw, you know what? It made sense why it was deleted. Okay, you were talking about peeing on people and other things.
Shut up.
Okay. Let's see what else happens.
I'll pee on you.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would pee on you from atop a building, though.
I doubt you would even be able to aim.
You'd be surprised. I can actually aim, like, whenever I can, like, pee standing up with the toilet seat down.
Interesting.
Dude,
This is information I don't need to know.
I don't think I would miss. I'm like the pee sniper.
Peace. Why do these conversations always end up moderately gross?
You think I'd be a good sniper?
Well, given... Okay, let me ask you a question. Is your eyesight impaired in any way? Yeah?
Well, I can't wear contacts.
No, then no. You need to have really good eyesight to be a sniper. This is non-negotiable.
Why?
Because being a sniper is hard work. Extremely.
What if I get eye surgery?
If you get eye surgery to restore 20/20 vision, then sure, go for it.
I can do that. What? I want eye surgery.
I guess. So after this, we have to go back to a different location where we just came from. Oh, right, I think I went here to talk to someone, I don't remember. But effectively, what we're doing is the Ace-Op mission, and I genuinely think that the Ace-Op missions are the most boring part of the game. And the fact that there is no secret boss with the Ace-Ops is a disappointment to me. Because you would think this is Volume 7, let us fight the Ace-Ops. Wasn't that the big climax of Volume 7 and 8?
Yeah.
Right? Also, watch how this Vine guy completely vanishes. It makes no sense.
Um.
And also, I don't like this joke. This joke of RWBY being stupid, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's not a straight A student, but come on. Ruby Rose herself is not mentally impaired. Look at that, where did he go? Where did he go? Oh well. And then afterwards, I believe we need to do some talking with one of the characters. And then we go on to helping Winter. I think the next part is just we help Winter. Also, the design of Olive here, what do you think of her?
I mean, she's pretty
So-
fine.
Pretty fine?
Mhm.
What makes her pretty fine?
She's a woman, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough. Actually, you know what? I got a question
Any
about,
woman.
about Blake's sleeve. How come Blake's sleeve has a zipper on it?
I don't fucking know. I hate her outfit so much.
Is it better or worse than the Justice League outfit?
I don't fucking know. It's probably a little better.
You know what? Why don't you explain to the audience why you hate the Justice League outfits for these characters?
They're like, okay, these are already really bad outfits, but some of them are bearable enough.
You know what? Start with individual characters. Let's start with Ruby Rose.
Team.
I just doesn't look like Ruby.
And what does it look like?
She kind of looks like She kind of looks like a fucking man, I'm not gonna lie.
She looks like a man.
Ah.
I see.
Blake's is like actually traumatizing me. I don't remember what it looked like. I just know it was bad.
It's just that she looks like an emo, but she doesn't have her cat ears anymore.
I know. Well, she was emo in with her actual, like, her first outfit, which was really cute.
Yeah, everyone's first outfit was good. We can agree on that. Hell,
It was adorable.
I'll even take their season 2 outfits as good, but then everything afterwards, no.
Blake's season 2 outfit didn't really.
It's not
Like
great, but it's better than the other ones. And this should be the end of... No, actually we have a few more minutes of this part. Oh, we get to fight Amoncio Glass. Do you know who that is?
No.
He was the mob boss. Did you forget?
Who?
Amoncio Glass.
I don't remember.
I won't lie to you. Volume 7 was kind of forgettable. Although that intro song was pretty good. I like Trust Love. You?
Yeah, I like it, kind of.
See, at this point I've adopted the I don't need to fight anyone, I'm just gonna run mentality. Because it's true, I mean, at no point outside of the ambushes do you need to fight anyone. And I was pretty much questioning my decision to fight enemies from here on out because there is literally no purpose to it. I mean, you get money, but none of the items in the shop are worth purchasing except the revive ring. And even then, it's a one-time use item, so you only need one at a time. Maybe two if you're bad. Still, we get an animated cutscene. Also, this is Amoncio Glass. Look at him.
Oh.
He's fat.
Is that
David!
No, David's mustache is not that sick.
He has a mustache.
Yeah, but it's not as sick as Amoncio Glass's mustache.
Probably a pedo stash, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not a pedo stash. Okay, here's this animation that looks cool. Okay, seriously.
Motherfucker would just outrun him.
RWBY, you have a speed semblance. What are you doing?
This is awkward. So, should we
And
attack
all
them?
of you have a
Oh.
long-range weapon too.
I was in this situation at the mental hospital. You want to be somehow the bigger person, so.
Fair enough.
How did I know
Know what?
that was gonna happen?
My question is, who was that random kid with the popcorn? He never comes back.
Pulling a Kiana, bro.
Yeah.
Remember that girl I tried to fight me?
Oh, that one. Okay, so far, what do you think of this boss design?
It's actually kind of cool.
I see. Also, these are the slowest missiles ever. No?
Really?
What?
I was literally like, what the fuck? How's it defying?
Slowest ass
Like-
missiles, by the way. Yes, really bad weapon rate. Albeit, it's not as though anyone else is better. All these other characters pretty much go down pretty easily. Albeit, the final boss has missiles like these, except they actually move moderately quickly. No, RWBY died there. I'm sorry. That should be instant death. I don't know what these developers were thinking. Also, where are the police? Look at how much damage we're causing. Shouldn't the police get here?
Police.
We know that at Elysium, law enforcement exists, Brielle. So yes, the police. Where is the police?
Are there police?
Also,
Are there police just huntsman or what?
No. Huntsman is a profession. There's also police.
No, but I remember the police in Vale were. Remember in like Volume 1?
Yeah.
Did they even have police?
They did.
Why?
I don't know. So that was Amancio Glass. What did you think of him?
I was quick.
Yeah. Okay, question I have for the developers of this game. Why did they not include a boss health bar? I genuinely can't tell how damaged the boss is. I just have to guess the whole time. Which makes these fights more of a war of attrition rather than basic combat against the enemies. Also, RWBY, Team RWBY, he's still there. Arrest him. What are you doing? Why are you posing? Truthfully, in the series of RWBY, who do you think is the worst team leader?
General Ironwood?
John.
You think Jean is the worst team leader?
Obviously.
No, I think RWBY's worse. I think as a team leader, RWBY is the worst team leader.
What about the orbs? Are those from Arrowfell, like you said?
I can't. John is just too bad at combat.
No, Jean was the strategist. A legitimate strategist.
You've met Branthorn, name? Of course. We met in Essen. We know the orbs can.
Yeah, but did they actually need him?
No, they did. They needed Jean for his tactics.
For emotions.
Okay? He wasn't the best fighter, but he could make plans that were better than anything RWBY could make. Don't get me wrong, RWBY knows how to make a plan too, but she fails to communicate on her plan most of the time. She's just lucky that her teammates can interpret it.
How does he do it?
It's his semblance.
I just don't like how white Jean is.
These orbs can contain it.
What?
Which means that
5 stone is using the orbs to incite great.
He says the whitest shit.
Real, you're white.
We can't
I don't care. I still don't say, ugh, this place gives me the creeps.
we'll check it out. Don't worry, sir.
Fair enough. You got me there.
Probably says not too shabby.
Hold on, what's wrong with not too shabby?
It's so Drakey.
And here we go again with your absolute distaste towards the rapper named Drake. That is a really weird way of saying that.
It's Drakey, bro.
I guess. What am I doing?
Not too shabby.
Gross.
Team.
Yeah. So we've got about 30 seconds left in this video, so is there anything you want to tell the audience before we go on to the next one?
You guys, give me a big thumbs up. Link in bio.
It goes on my channel, not yours.
Add my Snapchat, Instagram.
Are you gonna say it out loud, or is anyone gonna...
No, I'm trying to act like a YouTuber. I don't know what the fuck you say at the end of your videos.
Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all for the next video.